So, you've decided to take the leap from the structured world of corporate life to the dynamic, unpredictable world of entrepreneurship. Exciting, isn't it? But let's be real, it's also a little terrifying. Suddenly, those clear job descriptions, steady paychecks and defined goals are gone. It's all on you now. Here's the thing. Making this transition successful isn't just about strategies, business plans, or market research. It's about mindset. And if you can master the art of reframing your thoughts, you can unlock a whole new level of confidence, creativity, and resilience. When you were in the corporate world, your mindset probably didn't face the same level of challenge it will now. Sure, you had deadlines, presentations, and tough decisions, but you also had a safety net, a team, resources, and a system to fall back on. Entrepreneurship, that's a whole new ballgame. Here, the rules are different and your mindset becomes your biggest asset or your biggest obstacle. Take self-doubt, for instance. It's a sneaky little voice that might whisper, what if I'm not cut out for this? In a corporate role, you might brush it off because you've already got a job. As an entrepreneur though, that voice can grow louder because the stakes feel so much higher. Or think about perfectionism. In your old role, it might have helped you excel, but now it can paralyze you. I can't launch until everything's perfect, you tell yourself, and suddenly weeks or even months go by and your brilliant idea stays locked in your head instead of out in the world. Here's where reframing comes in. Reframing is about seeing things differently, not because the situation has changed, but because you've changed how you look at it. For example, let's say you're launching a product or a service and you're terrified it won't work. Instead of thinking, what if it fails, you could ask, what can I learn from this launch that will make the next one even better? It's a simple shift, but it's powerful. Instead of seeing failure as a final verdict, you see it as feedback. And that feedback is the raw material for growth. I want you to think about your past successes. How many times did you face a challenge or even a failure that taught you something crucial? Those lessons likely shape the professional you are today. As Oprah Winfrey says, turn your wounds into wisdom. Every misstep, every stumble can be a stepping stone if you choose to see it that way. Now imagine applying that same mindset to entrepreneurship. Reframing isn't about sugarcoating reality, it's about finding the opportunity in every obstacle. It's asking, how can this situation serve me, instead of, why is this happening to me? Let's take self-doubt. Instead of letting it stop you in your tracks, reframe it as a sign that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's exactly where growth happens. Or perfectionism. Reframe it as progress. A scrappy, imperfect launch that gets you valuable feedback is far better than a perfect one that never happens. Remember, done is better than perfect. When you start looking at your challenges differently, something incredible happens. You become more resilient. You're no longer afraid of failure because you see it as a stepping stone, not a dead end. You start solving problems with curiosity instead of fear. That big scary unknown, it becomes an exciting puzzle to figure out. You build confidence not because everything goes perfectly, but because you prove to yourself over and over that you can handle the ups and downs. And perhaps most importantly, you keep moving forward. Entrepreneurship is all about momentum, and reframing helps you maintain it. Even on the tough days. Right now, you might be facing a challenge that feels overwhelming, a decision to make, a risk to take, or maybe just the fear of starting. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's one way I could look at this differently? Because when you change how you see the situation, you change how you respond to it. And that's where the magic happens. Entrepreneurship is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks and there will be wins, but with the right mindset, you'll discover that every step, yes, even the hard ones, is part of the adventure. So what's your next move? How will you reframe your biggest challenge today? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who's making the leap into entrepreneurship. Until next time, I'm Dr. Rakesh Rana, the Clear Coach.